Okay, here we go. And I'm going to hold up. I'm going to try to go slow because I know there's still some of the parents that might be on their way and maybe even some of the cadets that might be on the way. I'll introduce myself. I'm Sergeant Diaz, or Sergeant First Class Diaz, or Mr. Sergeant Diaz, or I don't know. The cadets call me a lot of different things. But I'm Sergeant Diaz. Yes, you get the flag. Go ahead. I'll do some introductions and in a second, but I just want to say thank you first, and I want to show my appreciation for everyone taking your time on a Friday when everybody wants to go home. I do this once a year. This is our 8th year doing this, and I appreciate you coming out on a Friday and celebrating with us. And I'll say this in some of the things I'm going to talk about, but this is not about individual awards that I'm giving out. That is not what this is about. This is, you see we got some pictures in the background. You'll see a video in a second. This is a celebration of what we accomplished this year. And there's a lot of things that happened this year, and I don't want to go into some of my speech and some things I'm going to talk about, but I just want you to know, thank you. Thank you so much for taking that time to, I know if it was my teenage kids, I have 2 older kids and 2 teenage kids. They're not here, they're probably at home. I think one is at a game, a baseball game somewhere, and the other one is probably watching BTS or something, I don't know. I'm talking about my daughter now, okay? I'm talking about my kid. I didn't take about nobody else, and they're BTS, okay? So, but anyway, thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, I'll try to go slow so I get that opportunity for those parents to get here, and but we'll go ahead and get started, but slow, all right? So here we go. All right. Good evening, Dr. Irish, distinguished guests, Little Burn Middle School faculty and staff. We have a few of those out here, and parents and cadets. I would like to welcome you to the 8th annual Little Burn. Can you believe it's been 8 years already? And when I say 8 years, I'm not talking about 8 years for the program. I'm talking about 8 years for the program, and I've been running the program for 8 years. It's dangerous when I go off script, so I'll try to go back, okay? Sometimes I'll try to stay on track. But 8 years is a long time, and this year was a little different for me, and I won't give all the details, but I'm going to talk about a few things and tell you about some of these cadets and what they did for me. But anyway, all right. This is a celebration of the cadets' hard work and dedication to the Junior Leadership Corps program, the Little Burn Middle School, and our local community. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for all our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors. Cadets, wait for all our command. You guys, come on. Now, singers, come up here. Be out there.
On your feet. Battalion, attention. Raise their arms. Forward.
please give those cadets a hand for that. All right, where's Brooks? Okay, play our video. We're going to play a video, a few things from last year, a few things from this year. You might see your son or your daughter or your grandchild in these videos, okay? Is it the spring thing? Yes, it will. All right. And just so you know, that video, that was a last minutes on the clock decision. I wasn't going to add the video, but I thought, I think it was Ms. Carmichael, or maybe Ms. Parrish, somebody asked me for a video for fifth grade articulation. So I threw that together one day, and I started looking at it, and we used it to like try to recruit the, that's probably not a good word, but to get some the fifth graders coming into our program. They get to see a little bit of what we do. So I did that, but I was like, I think the parents need to see that video. You know, they need to see that. So, all right, I think we're almost there with this. All right, so we're going to do a little introduction. You're going to get to meet our leaders, and it's not. Yeah, it's refreshing. Okay, go. Yes, yep. Don't tell anybody my password. Okay? All right, very good, thank you. All right, so the Mustang Battalion, that's what we're known as. A lot of things we do is military in tradition, but we're not part of the military. That's important to understand. I always try to say that to remind people I was in the military, I served 20 years in the Army, but this is not a military program. This is a leadership program. But we associate many things like the military. So we call this a Mustang Battalion, okay? The Mustang Battalion consists of Sergeant Diaz, that's me, and then there's the 6 company cadets from Littleburg Middle School, and I'm going to introduce these. These are the 7th grade Alpha Company First Sergeant Cadet First Sergeant Ortiz Millon. Stand up, where's Ortiz Millon? Okay, clap, 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 everybody. All right. And then we have the 8th grade Bravo Company Cadet First Sergeant Brooks. We have the 6th grade Charlie Company Cadet Class Leader, Cadet Rodriguez. I'm going to talk about them 6th graders later on. In a good way, believe it or not. In a good way, it's okay. You know what? Stand up, Rodriguez. I'm going to say something, hope you don't mind. This was one of my bad students in the first semester, yes or no? And this is now one of my class leaders. Amen? I mean, yeah. Good, we haven't seen her. The only reason she was put in that class leader position, because she started making different choices. And I was like, what you have, I want other people to have. That's why you're there. Woo! Okay, it's bad when I go to script, I'm sorry. All right, let's see. And then there's the 7th grade Delta Company Cadet First Sergeant, Cadet First Sergeant Williams. Oh, your class must like you, I guess. We have the 8th grade Echo Company Cadet First Sergeant, Cadet First Sergeant Rita. All right. And then there's the 6th grade Foxtrot Cadet Class Leader. Don't make no crazy sounds. No, you can make crazy sounds if you want to. Go ahead. Cadet Garcia. I guess you're going to be professional for now. All right. This year's Cadet Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Pichardo. And this is only the second time I've done this because I felt like I have another 2 great leaders. So I made a Cadet Sergeant Major and a Cadet Command Sergeant Major for next year. So next year's Cadet Sergeant Major is Cadet Sergeant Major Villanueva. All right. You got some fans out there, man. All right, next year's Cadet Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Perez Gomez. All right, here we go. No, I'm not going to say that. If y'all do this right, no, I'm not going to give you the prize. You just want to do what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to do. Okay, at this time, the Battalion Cadet Command Sergeant Major Pichardo will lead the cadets in the Junior Leadership Corps Cadet Creed and the Mustang Pride Chant. You ready?
On your feet. Battalion, attention. JLC Creed, 1, 2, 3.
I am a student in the Junior Leadership Corps. I'm respectful at all times. I maintain a high standard of behavior and do what is right. I never lie, cheat, or steal. I wear my uniform with pride. I respect others in my school and community. I strive to do my best when others achieve success. The future of my country depends on me. I step up to the challenge.
Mustang Pride Chant on 3. 1, 2, 3.
At Lillard Middle School, we have a Mustang pride. We are positive, we are respectful, we have integrity, we are determined, and we are engaged. Why do we have pride? Because the success depends on me.
Take seat.
Good job, cadets. Give them a hand for that. Very good. All right. Did we get those 2 bags? Where are we at? Did we get those 2 bags? Where's your TV on? Go ahead and get ready. All right. First, I would like to thank all parents for supporting the Junior Leadership Corps program. I would like to give a special thank you to Ms. Bion, with Ms. Bion, right up here, and Ms. Baker, right up here. Thank you so much for your continued support throughout the school year. Please give these 2 ladies a hand. Right here, right here. You stand on the side. And then Mr. Doing, do whatever you do. Mr. Little. All right, you good? Very good. You can take it now. Thank you. Please give them one hand. All right. Let me explain one thing about this parent support group. I cannot be as successful as I am without these parents. Because what they do, I have a president and I have a vice president. And they both work together and they reach out to all the other parents. That's the secret, okay? A lot of people think Son Diaz is making all this happen. Taking notes? Okay, very good. They think, oh man, Son Diaz, how are you doing? Well, I'm not. These parents are. I believe, well, let me just be honest. I try to have a good relationship with the parents so I can have a good relationship with the students. And I believe if I have a good relationship with these parents, then the students are going to have a good relationship with their parents. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I try to do. I just try to build these relationships, and I believe they work Because every time I ask for something, sure, what do you need? And I don't just get what I asked for, I get that and a whole lot more. And it's not just those two going to the store and buying everything, let me just say that. They reach out to other parents, they have to communicate, they have to collaborate, they have to try to make things happen so we can make these kids make sure, because this is what it's about, that they grow up out of this program and they learn how to have some good leadership, discipline, and respect. You're going to keep hearing me talking about that leadership, discipline, and respect, because that's what it's about. I have cadets, I saw one here today, I was looking, I was like, wait a minute. This dude looks like a grown man. Where's that cadet? That former cadet. He's in here somewhere. Where's he? Come on now. But there he is, right over there. Man, I mean, I'm just looking like, he's a grown dude. But anyway, I'll leave that alone. All right. Anyway, thank you, parents. Thank you. What I'm going to do now, I'd like to do some team recognition. And I'm going to pull out some names, but I'm going to recognize all the cadets that participated in the regular drill and other things that we did. So here's the first one, guys. Get ready. The Raider team. This year, the Raider team led by Cadet Staff Sergeant Lopez Sandoval. Where's she at? Yeah. And Cadet Staff Sergeant Angel. Raise your hand. Okay. Very good. The Raider team is a physical competition that consists of running, sit-ups, carrying various types of military equipment, and tug-of-war. Cadets compete with other junior leadership corps programs within our district, within Gwinnett County. The Raider team participated in all 3 Raider meets, and you'll see some of these are all the trophies that we won this year. I'll talk about that again in a second. But they were awarded many trophies during these events. Most of y'all got it. Some of y'all missed your cue. You're going to have to do push-ups later. All right. No, you're not. The drill team. Now, before I start talking about the drill team, Raider team, we did okay. Every Raider meet is honest. We came back with some trophies. But the drill team, oh my goodness, they knocked it out. And I'll talk about a couple of my assistant coaches in a second, okay? They really helped me out when it came to that part. But this year, the drill team was led by Cadet Sergeant Major Pichardo, all right? Cadet Sergeant Major Perez Gomez, Cadet First Sergeant Brooks, Cadet Master Sergeant Hope, Cadet First Sergeant Ortiz Millon, Cadet Master Sergeant Tang. I told you there was a bunch of them. We got like a lot of trophies. I was excited. Cadet Staff Sergeant Lopez Sandoval, and Cadet Sergeant Hernandez Reynolds. Where's she at? She over there on the end. Okay. The drill team consists of military style marching and exhibition competitions. When I say exhibition, it's like freestyle. They can do whatever they want to do. They just got to put on a show. They participated in all 3 drill meets this school year, and they were awarded many trophies during these events. All right, y'all did better that time. Y'all did better that time. Very good. All right, and then there's the color guard. All right, and those are the ones. And if you don't know, each team event that we have, they usually wear a rope and a towel. The red is for the drill team, the white is for color guard, and the black rope is for the Raider team. Okay. But this is the color guard. The color guard presented colors at drill meets because they competed for that. They won trophies for that. They did many of the 5th grade articulations. That's when 5th graders came up here and we presented colors, and little 5th graders, they were like, ooh, I want to do that. You know, that was exciting for them. They did it at the Hispanic Heritage Night. But then this event, it was different. To me, it was special because this is where I found those singers. I didn't know I had singers amongst our crew. But this was the Cafe Con Leche event that was hosted by our school superintendent. But they were also awarded many trophies during these events. All right, y'all got it good on that one. Okay. Now this is something I try to do every year because I never want to go without doing this. Every year I take time to honor military veterans in our school and outside our school. I believe we have a generation of people that are forgetting to honor those that serve. Did y'all get the email I sent the other day about honoring the flag? Well, the teachers got it. Y'all didn't get it, but I got it. You'll understand why in a second. We have a generation of people that are forgetting to honor those that served in the military and for those that gave the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. If you serve, and if you can, because I know some people can't, please stand in the military. If you was in the military, anybody, any of our audience members, I know we got one over here. I know there's one over here. At least raise your hand. Come on now. All right, please give them a hand, cadets. Now, I'm just going to be honest here. This is not even scripted here. This is what I feel led to say right now. I never tell somebody, you better stand for the pledge. That's not my place. Okay? It's not. But I do teach these cadets why you should, and I try to give them reasons why they should, and I let them make the choice. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of cadets that make a choice that I agree with. They will stand. But cadets, I'm going to challenge you again, because sometimes when I walk through the hallways and I see people not standing, it kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm just being honest. But you could at least be quiet. And I sent a message out to everybody, because I don't think a lot of people know. That's a Georgia state law. When we do the moment of silence, you're supposed to be quiet. You follow all the other things teachers do, or they tell you to do. Just be quiet. That's a challenge just for you. That's not even in my speech. That's just something I felt like I wanted to say, okay? All right, I'll move on. You ready now? This is the challenge coming right now. And hopefully, because I can feel it coming, I can tell. And when I start getting more animated, I can feel like emotional. Anybody know what I'm talking about? So I might start acting crazy and doing silly stuff. It's because I'm trying to calm down. Am I lying, Emily? I'm trying to do some crazy stuff. I'm trying to shake it off because I don't want that. But I feel it coming, and you understand why. Charlie Stokes? Yes or no? Okay. Every year I try to give a speech to the cadets that I believe will be an encouragement. I try. This year the cadets might not know it, but they were an encouragement to me. And you'll understand why. Not just now, but also in a little while when I start giving out the awards. It was hard to come back. It's coming. I'm sorry. Okay. It was hard to come back this year. Talking about after summer. But I came back. I'm not going to go into why. Some people know why. But when I came back, I tried to motivate. I tried to encourage cadets like I do every single year for the past 7.5 years. However, my mind was clouded. And I just couldn't produce the same results. I'm not blaming the cadets. A lot of my 8th graders, I'm sorry to walk script right now. I felt like a lot of my 8th graders just quit on me. But I wonder if it was me. That's just a feeling that I have. I don't know. Maybe they weren't getting the same vibe, if you will, from Sergeant Diaz. But I felt like many of my cadets just quit. Yeah, I kind of blame the COVID year, honestly. Because half was here, half was online. They just didn't want to participate in the JLC events like they did in the past. There were some days I just stopped caring about everything. Did y'all know that? Did I show it? No. This is a lesson in by itself. And this is a line to AKS. That's what the teachers, they know what I'm talking about. I still continued the mission. I still did everything I could do. That's an example for you. Everybody here is going through something. I guarantee, I'm going to say it, doggone to you. I guarantee everybody here is going through something. But you, as an individual, you have to continue the mission. You have to continue to march forward and just try to do your best. When you do your best, that's when you get great success. That's a secret. I don't know if you know that. But I was letting everything bother me. Little things here, little things there. Things were not just working out. But something happened on August 25th. I really just wanted to quit. But I didn't. I'm going to tell you what I did. I stopped caring. Dangerous. It is dangerous to stop caring. But I did. On August 25th, I stopped caring. I had enough. I stopped caring about everything and everyone that was an obstacle in my life, and this is where you need to understand. When I say I stopped caring, I didn't stop caring about you. I didn't stop caring about my family. But those other things that were working my last nerve, that wasn't working out, I just stopped caring about it. Because I was giving too much to it. I don't know how else to say it. I was giving too much attention to that. And what I started doing, I started caring about my cadets. And it showed. Remember when I said earlier, something just wasn't working out right with the rated meet, and we were winning a few trophies? And then I'm telling you, this is after all that, and I came back, and we started winning all these trophies in the drill meet. I was getting excited. I had 2 great assistant coaches that, I mean, it was everything just worked out. Because I started caring again about the right things. My mind got clear, and everything just started working out for me. I started making way for the genuine concern that I have for those that are important in my life. My raggedy cadets. You were a part of that, okay? My raggedy cadets were a part of those people that were important in my life. I have a genuine concern for my cadets. Many of the cadets motivate me daily, and you know it. And I'm sorry, I'm going script here again. When I used to come, what days do we have practice, cadets, for drill team? Okay? Every Tuesday when I get here, everybody's at the door. You gonna let us in this on Diaz? I'm like, what are you doing here? It's like 7:40 or something. They're not gonna open the door at 8 o'clock. You were there for me. And I started getting motivated. I started getting encouraged. I started feeling like Sergeant Diaz again. And I'll tell you this. My 6th grade class, and I hope I don't embarrass anyone when I say this, but my 6th grade class, was it 6B or 6A? Lord, that poor 6A class. They got a taste of the old Sergeant Diaz. I think people in the building, they heard me, and I'm going to put the mic down because it'll be real now. But they heard me coming back from the field. I'm not going to say what happened, but I'll say this. It got me. And I was like, left, 2, 3, 4, left, just up, left, 2, 3, 4, right, left, right. Everybody, no 6th grade cadets were like this. We ain't gonna say nothing. But you know what? You put your discipline and respect on display for me. And I appreciate that. And that's what you should do all the time. Put that discipline and respect on display all the time so people can see it. I'm just being honest. We're tired of all the fighting and all the other bad stuff happening. There's no room for that. Get that stuff out of here. We're trying to move forward. We're trying to have great success. Anyway, let me go back. They would not miss a practice or anything. Not all, but many cadets showed up and wanted that leadership. They wanted that discipline. They wanted that respect. They wanted a leader or a teacher that simply cared about them. But y'all don't even know y'all was caring about me, Sergeant Diaz. So I'm going to say this. Thank you, cadets. I appreciate what you have done for me and many others. So here's your challenge. This is the challenge for you. This is the whole reason that people come up and give you a speech. They try and challenge you to go in the right direction. And this is it right here. Continue to work hard. Always do your best. And encourage other people along the way. And then Mustangs lead the way. Now,
cadets that started the JLC program in the 6th grade and completed 3 years of junior leadership course at Lover Middle School. These are true blue Mustangs.
So all the true blues, stand up. All right, and we're going to start from here. Just face this way. And you guys are going to join. You got to face that way. And then you're going to turn around. Hopefully we got the name going. I don't know.
Do you want to move the camera?
And parents, if you want to come up and take pictures, these are the cadets that have been here for 3 years, and there's not many. I guess a lot of people, they like me or they don't like me. I think somebody told me that the other day. But you told me that.
Let's move it over a
Do you
little
like
bit.
Sergeant Diaz or you don't like Sergeant Diaz? I don't know, but I just teach what I teach. I teach leadership, okay? All right, so call the first name.
Alvarado.
And feel free, oh, you know what I forgot? I'm sorry, I forgot the music. They wanted to. Yes.
Yeah, the camera. Get around the middle. Yeah, like around here. Don't you see it's the graduation music?
you inside. All right, let me say something about the last cadet. Let's see, and this happens like a lot. I had the older brother, Zavala. I had, I guess, middle, yeah, the brother's here. Stand up, Zavala, come on, stand up, stand up, yeah. Look at this giant now, oh my goodness, all right, very good, very good. And then I have the sister, and then I had the little brother in the 6th grade. Where's the little brother at? Where's the little brother? Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. I got the whole family, it's crazy, it's crazy, all right. Okay, all right. At this time, we're going to present the awards. So families, if you want to come up, come all the way up here and take a picture. We're going to announce the awards, okay? Are you ready?
Just kneel down. Kneel down a little. There's someone, no. Just don't block the view until they have that.
All right.
You'll know.
At this time, we will present the awards. The 6th grade top drill cadet, Feliz. The 7th grade top drill cadet, Lopez Sandoval. And the 8th grade top drill cadet, Brooks Jasmine.
All right, here's our picture. Pay attention.
I'm slowly going to zoom.
The 6th grade top Raider cadet, Cortez. The 7th grade top Raider cadet, Angel. And the 8th grade top Raider cadet, Alvarado.
The one in the middle kind of looks like what? That kind of looks like my brother, my older brother.
The 6th grade top uniform appearance, Feliz. The 7th grade top uniform appearance, Perez Gomez. And the 8th grade top uniform appearance, Kane.
I got 3 medals. Bro, if my one doesn't show up, we're not going to be going to the shop. What, can you do it again? Yes. That's a good time. I really think that's the one.
All right, this next one is called the 6th, 7th, 8th grade Academic Excellence Award. Now, hello. leadership, discipline, and respect. Let me talk. This next one is not just academic excellence for my class. I told the cadets they have to have a 90 or above in each grade, each class. And I'm just gonna read out these grade point averages of these 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Children of proper names. In the 6th grade, 97.6. Good. 7th grade, 94.3. 8th grade, 98.7. We have to put the education first. I love grade, I love drill, I love all that stuff. But a lot of people don't understand why there's academic excellence, because we're in school. All right, let's go.
The 6th grade Academic Excellence Award goes to Mohad.
Where's Amina? Where's Amina? Hello, come on. Amina.
The 7th grade Academic Excellence Award goes to Cervantes.
Tyler or Jaguar, one of them two.
And the 8th grade Academic Excellence Award goes to Tane.
I knew no, people.
The 6th grade Selfless Servant Award goes to Bowie.
He kind of looks like sauce. He kind of looks like
The
the small
7th
version of
grade
Austin.
Selfless Service Award goes to Johnson. And the 8th grade Selfless Service Award goes to Rita.
And let me explain this selfless service award. I like to call these guys and lady my quiet storm. They are everywhere, doing everything, and they don't even say anything about it. They do ask, what you need me to do, son, yes. That's a true leader, in my opinion, okay? Give him a hand one more time.
The 6th grade Distinguished Service Award goes to Garcia. The 7th grade Distinguished Service Award goes to Hernandez Ramos. And the 8th grade Distinguished Service Award goes to Ho Jalila. The 6th grade Leadership Award goes to Rodriguez. The 7th grade leadership award goes to Ortiz Milan. And the 8th grade leadership award goes to Brooks Jasmine.
Not gonna be happy.
All right. Now, this next award is the top cadet of the year. And I was kind of raised, I guess, in the 80s and 90s. So you might know this phrase. These cadets are all that and a bag of chips. Okay? That's who these cadets are. I mean, they do everything, they're everywhere, you know, they just, the stuff. Now, this first cadet, when you come up here, I want you to come up here in a certain way. If you don't do it, I'm gonna make you sit back down. 6th grade top cadet, Jacob Cortez. Very good, very good. 7th grade top cadet, Perez Gomez. And thank you for leading this. Leading this battalion, Pichardo! This is in 1 year. I'll try to keep this short so I can stay on time. Yep. Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's see, we got that. This year, like I said earlier, was a little different year for me. Had a hard time in June. Like I said, I don't want to talk a lot about that, but let's just say it was kind of a hard time for me to get back into things as usual. This is a reminder of what I said earlier. I try my best to bounce back and be encouraged, that encouraging instructor that these cadets need, and that they want. Some of them want that. I dealt with things one day at a time. But there were 2 cadets. Y'all know who they are. There were 2 cadets. Hold on. I gotta shake it all. There were 2 cadets that motivated me and encouraged me daily. They made me feel like, and I know everything is not about a feeling, but today it is. They made me feel like I have a purpose here at Lilburn Middle School. So this year, I've never done this award before, and I'm going to tell you what I call it, because everybody was trying to find out, what's the other award? What's the name of it? Here's the name of it, and it's right on the medal. It says, this is the Sergeant Diaz Award of Inspiration. These 2 cadets, they inspire me every day. When they come into class, am I giving it away now? These 2 cadets, every single day, we had a practice, they were there. We wanted to do this, we had this community service, this, that, and the other thing. They were there, they wanted to be here, and they motivated me, and they encouraged me. They brought the old ideas back, and I'm so excited about that. These 2 special awards are going to go to Jacob Cortez and Morris Kelly.
10 medals already in 1 year?
There's a few more, guys. It says the top company of the year is the Mustang Battalion is broken down into 6 companies. This is your chance to make noise if you want to. There are the Alpha Arabians.
Oh my God,
Let's try it again. That's 7-8. There are the Alpha Arabians. There are the Alpha Arabians. The Bravo Broncos. The Charlie Colts. The Delta Thoroughbreds. The Echo Stallions.
You're not even there, bro.
And the Foxtrot Pony. The top company. Okay. The top company of the year, I'm sorry, I'll be back. Let's see. The top company of the year displayed Mustang pride throughout the entire school year. They were positive, they were respectful, they had integrity, they were determined, and they were encouraged. Drum roll, please. The top company of the year goes to 7A Alpha Radio. The rest of the class in 1 second. Hold on. The rest of the class, let's go. Get that in.
You want to see if we can grab some? Come over there. Think about it. You want it?
Unless they're good at that, because
All right. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Who babies that? All right. Before we do the change of command ceremony, which is pretty much the last part of the ceremony, I would like to recognize the following faculty and staff for assisting in the Junior Leadership Corps program this year. Now, Ms. Allen and Mr. Williamson, they couldn't be here. I'm going to talk about them, but can I get Ms. Mueller and Ms. Bryant to step up here, please? That's good, that's good, that's good. All right, I am thankful, all right, listen guys, I am thankful for the outstanding teachers. Mr. Williamson, he was an outstanding assistant radio coach. Ms. Mueller and Ms. Bryant for being outstanding drill coaches. And Ms. Allen, I shouldn't have favorites. I shouldn't. Y'all have no idea what Ms. Allen does for the school, for this community, but especially, I just shouldn't be like this, but for Sergeant Diaz in the JLC program. When we hosted that drill meet here, y'all probably never heard this term before, but everything was lickety-split. It was so fast, everything was smooth, no problems, no other schools complained. Wow. But I couldn't do it without any of these teachers, this faculty support. It's just amazing to me. So I'm just thankful for all their hard work. So let me present their work.
Dan, why didn't you join music? I did join, but they don't let me in since there's so many people that joined. the information from A class, I was able to see and my name wasn't on there.
Okay, give him one more hand. All right.
At this time, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Pichardo and Cadet Sergeant Major Perez Gomez, please report to the front for the change of command portion of our ceremony.
On your feet. Battalion, attention.
A change of command is a military tradition that represents a formal transfer of authority and responsibility for a unit from one person in the command to another. Although we are not associated with the military, we do honor this tradition. The passing of the guidon is a time-honored tradition signifying the responsibility associated with the change of command. At this time, Cadet Private Cortez will hand the guidon to outgoing Cadet Command Sergeant Major Pichardo.
That's all.
The outgoing Cadet Command Sergeant Major Pichardo will then pass the guidon to Sergeant First Class Diaz, signifying the return of responsibility of which she was returning upon assuming command. Sergeant First Class Diaz will then pass the guidon to the incoming Cadet Command Sergeant Major Perez Gomez, thus demonstrating his confidence in the Command Sergeant Major's ability to handle the responsibility of command and maintain the discipline and training of the Lilburn Middle School Junior Leadership Course program. Cadet Command Sergeant Major Perez Gomez will then return the guidon to Cadet Private Cortez, the battalion guidon bearer. At this time, the outgoing Cadet Command Sergeant Major Pichardo will give a short speech.
Take seats. Good evening. I was the Cadet Command Sergeant Major for the 2022-2023 school year. I want to start off with thanking Cadet Ortiz Leon because I wouldn't have faced the obstacles I had while in this position without her by my side, constantly helping me, especially while I couldn't do certain things due to an injury.
Is she crying? It sounds like it.
As well as thanking my family because I couldn't do it without their support. I also want to thank Sergeant First Class Diaz for the opportunity to have this position. I learned many valuable lessons while being Sergeant Major that I hope to carry on to the next chapter of my life. I will miss JLC and leading the battalion, but my time has come to an end, and it is time for us to go and start service. Thank you.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and have our incoming Cadet Command Sergeant Major Perez Gomez is going to give us a short speech.
Good evening. I am Cadet Command Sergeant Major Perez Gomez. I am honored to be the new Command Sergeant Major for this upcoming school year. Ever since I started JLC in 6th grade, I have really enjoyed it. I got to see how my sisters led the battalion, which made me want to experience it. I am very grateful for all the opportunities I have gotten this year, such as leading the color guard for our children. This upcoming school year, I am planning to encourage cadets to help out more in JLC. This will not only help JLC, but it will also help our schools. I would like to thank my friends, my family, and Sergeant Diaz for helping me achieve this big mission. Thank you.
All right. Hey, please give those two cadets one more hand. All right, at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, the best principal in the universe, Dr. Irish.
I'll pay him later for saying that. All right, guys, so I know this has been a long but awesome program, and I am so proud of our students. Can I just give our outgoing Sergeant Major a hug? I am so proud of you, and I got to work closely with her in our newsroom, and she left to lead this program, and I got to tell you, just watching her grow, I'm so proud. Even though I had nothing to do with what she's doing here, it just makes me proud because she's representing exactly what all of our cadets are getting. Okay, so I want to, first of all, thank our parents. You guys, we could not run this program without you. We could not have what we have going on with our students without you behind the scenes leading the way. Okay, so we do thank you and we appreciate you, and don't think that just because we are doing some great things here at school that we think we can do it without you. We know we cannot, and so we thank you for all that you're doing at home. Thank you, students. You guys are leaders. I can't tell you the countless times that at the very last minute, I called on Sergeant Diaz. We need our school to look great. We need some people to help lead. We need some people to welcome. And within maybe a night or half a day, he pulls together an awesome program with our students where we can showcase what we do at Lilburn Middle. So you guys are the face of Lilburn Middle. But I have some gifts for you. Can I have, you can take out what I have in here for each of our cadets. I think I have plenty. We talk a lot, and every single day, thank you. We talk about two things. We talk about being a champion, and we talk about PBIS pride every day, right? What I said before we signed off, because we want it not to be just words. We want you to really feel it in your heart. Like, I have to be positive, I have to be respectful, have integrity, be determined, and be engaged. And so we talk about that, but there's one thing that you guys have experienced that we never talk about, and that's growth. And so I thought, what could help them remember the growth that they have had this year and that we expect them to continue to have? And so we got you a little token that we want you to take care of. It's an annual plan. And parents, you know, annual means that it'll be here for 1 year, but the memory of it hopefully will last forever. And in the plant, if you open this container, there's going to be some soil, there's going to be a root or some roots, and then there's going to be what was a seed that's now a plant. Okay? We want you to think about that as you go on. Because when those who are going to high school, and even those who will be here next year, the soil is your environment. That's the situations you put yourself in on a daily basis. Some soil you can't control, like the school you attend or your family or what neighborhood you live in, but a lot of the soil you can. It's a choice. The next is your root system. That's your connections. I want you to look to your left and look to your right. That's your roots. Okay? You are connected to each member of this program and our school. And so you can't forget that. All right? And so, but in the soil, if you have good soil, the roots are going to grow, it's going to thrive, the plant will become big and healthy. Then we have our seed. That's you. And do you see how beautiful this plant has grown to be? I want you to think of where you were back in the fall. How many people, and just raise your hand, you don't have to tell me what it was, but that there was something that was not great about you that is great now. Raise your hand. I'm raising my hand. Every year I grow. And so that's the beautiful flower. So this does not look like a seed anymore, does it? It's a flower. You guys are growing and you're changing, and we know that. But we want to give you this gift just to remind you there's one for each of you. Keep growing, keep moving forward. But there's an important group of people that we want to thank, and I'll start with the behind the scenes. Can our teacher helpers stand up? Those who are representing doing, He's always in the background, but he's always an important part. Just give a wave. So we talk about the root system. Sergeant Diaz has his own root system so that his plant, which is this program, can grow. But let's talk about the flower, which is Sergeant Diaz here. He really works. That doesn't even match, does it? The flower of Sergeant Diaz. Okay, the cactus, maybe? Okay, so maybe like a perennial, I don't know. So, but Sergeant Diaz, in all sincerity, he really is passionate about this program. He's fearless about his students. He really thinks about how to get them to grow. Okay, so whatever it takes. And there's never been a time that I've called on him, even though I know it's unreasonable, but I'm asking, like, can't you put together something for our superintendent? He's like, sure. Even though I know in his mind, he's like, okay. So we recognize that, and we do want to just point that out. But as we leave you with this gift, I want you to think about the things that you have learned in this program. Make sure that you find yourself in good soil, whether you're here at school or out off campus, and make sure that you continue to grow whatever it takes. Congratulations, and to those 8th graders, we'll see you at the award ceremony, but just know that we are so proud of each and every one. So Ms. Baker has an announcement.
So I'm going to try my best not to get emotional. I'm very emotional. I have a finger. My kids are doing amazing. It's, yeah, that time of the year.
I think this is gonna have to
Really
involve a
bad.
little bit of you, don't you think?
I've already expressed my gratitude to you
Let's hope it doesn't involve too much.
publicly on social media.
Yeah, she's crying. She's crying, she's crying.
What you do for these kids matter. What you did for my daughters, to even how you inspired her to make that one join this year, and I had no idea what was happening, it says a lot.
There is one thing that he
So,
doesn't tell him
you are a
sister.
true inspiration, and I thank your team that you have around you, because I know it's not easily done by yourself. It takes others stepping into the place, and you all do a phenomenal job. I work in a school district, I worked at a school. It takes a lot for them to give up their time with their families, to be able to rally around our kids, to do what they do, and to build them up, and to make them better humans. So I thank you all so much. So I have a little token. Just a small token. So if Ms. Mueller, Ms. Bryant, and Sergeant Diaz come up, just to say thank you. I can't give you back what you've given to our kids, but it's a small token. So hopefully you ladies like Starbucks. And I know you're tired of eating Papa John's. I mean, we have pizza after every drill meeting right here. So I think you'll be able to take a ride out to a nice restaurant on us.
Going out tonight, I'm like,
But thank you so much. This is my last year. These are my babies. So don't shake your head, Dr. Irish. Shake your head at me. No. But truly, thank you. The growth I saw in her from 6th grade until
Wait, you're
now,
calling with Jocelyn, right?
it's a whole different person. Completely different person.
Are you going to the same high school with Kelly?
Okay, for 20 seconds. All right, so as an educator, you give up a lot of time at home. And I'm sitting next to a beautiful person over here who's behind the scenes. Ms. Diaz, can you just stand up for a second? We have to acknowledge and support people behind the people who help make that happen. Everything that happens, she's like, this is great. I love this program. She's over here just like lifting our students up. So, and I've seen her at a couple of events, and so just thank you, Ms. Diaz, for letting us have him, on the weekends and giving our time with the family. We appreciate that.
All right, so let's see. Everybody sit up, please. Sit up, sit up, sit up. No, sit up, sit up. Sit up, okay. Leadership, discipline, and respect, remember, okay? All right, there's always that one in front of me. Okay, this is how we're gonna do this. First, I want you to go through that line over there and hold on. Thank those ladies again for these snacks, these drinks, your parents, thank your parents. All that. You're gonna go through the line, after you go through the line, and what I want you to do is before you leave to walk out that door, then come get one of these plants or flowers or cactus. Flowers. I am not a flower. I'll be a cactus, okay? All right, so here we go. You ready? Let's see if y'all get this right, okay? On your feet. Let's see if you get this right. I want you to be loud and thunderous. 6th grade's getting on there. No, I'm sorry. Okay.
My mom's here, but she's outside.
You are dismissed. Some of y'all messed it up, but you guys do it. Don't line over here first. Remember, don't rush the line. Just get in the line. You'll get right first. Go back to the class and get them.
I don't know.
Make a line.